So here we have seen the way of representing list in ML file. So now we are going to look into the representation of dictionary in ML file. So a dictionary is represented in a simple way in ML file. That's a key and then colon and space and then value. That's it. In this form, key colon space value form, this is the form the dictionary is represented in ML file. So the most important thing is the colon must be followed by a space in ML file for the dictionary. So let's take one example. So I just want to write an employee record, and that's Martin's record. Okay, so the Martin record consists of three dictionaries, namely begins with the name dictionary with a name key, job dictionary with job key, skill dictionary with skill key. So each consists of the value as a name, job, and then elite. Okay, that's the skill of that guy. So let's look into the so now with an indentation the name begins and then colon space and the name of that guy and then job of that guy and thirdly lastly skill of that guy. So that's how you represent a dictionary using a space, using a tab and indentation. Okay, so let's go to the VS Code and write a dictionary file in YAML and let's represent it. Okay, so it's dictionary and example.yaml. So as usual, we have discussed three hyphens begins the YAML file. Then let me write a comment says an employee record of Martina. Martina. So then let's begin the employee record. So whose record? It's Martina record. Then colon divided by, now how many dictionaries we have? Three dictionaries. So let me check the indentation first. And then what's the first dictionary? It's name and then give a space. Then write the name of that guy. Martin D. Cruiser. Martin D. Cock. So that's the first one. Then we have job. So job is developer. Then the final one skill set. Skill is it's Golang. Okay, this is how we represent. Let me save it and then let me close this file with dot dot dot. So that's it. Syntax is correct. There is no mistake. You can't find any red underline anywhere. So that means syntax is absolutely correct. So this is how you represent a dictionary in ML file. So now let's get back into the slides. So now we will see a more complicated data structures, like even the more complicated data structure are also possible using ML syntax. So such as let's take few examples. Lists of dictionaries. Now let's work on lists of dictionary. So we will have a lists of dictionary. So that means if you look in a Python way, open square bracket, a dictionary, and then comma, another dictionary, and close a square bracket. So that's the example we are going to check here. So dictionaries whose values are lists or a mix of both. So that's the example. The complicated data structure we will take now. So how it looks. So again, we call this is also an employee record as usual, but this time it's a list. So first we'll take Martin's employee record, then Tabitha employee record, then Sania Mirja employee record, then Jackson employee record and employee record a lot. So lists of employee records we are considering. So lists of dictionary, and the dictionary again will consist of a list inside that as a value. So the pretty complicated one that we are going to consider. So let's begin with the Martina. So Martin, so as it is a list, so it begins with an hyphen, and then basically we should have a tab and then hyphen and then space. That's what we had it here. Then so now for him we have a dictionaries. So first dictionary as usual name that we have here in this example we have defined. So then again job that we have seen in our earlier skills. Now in skills, instead of putting only one skill, he might have a lot of skills. Example, Python, Perl, Pascal. How do you represent all those things? This is how you represent values. Okay. And similarly, we will write another record, that's Tabitha record. Again name dictionary, job dictionary, skills a dictionary with a list of items as a value. So Lisp Fortran Erlang. Okay, so let's get into the VS Code and try this one also. So this name we will give it as list of dict.ml. Okay, as usual, we'll begin with three hyphen. Yeah. So this is also an employee records. Employee records. So we'll begin with a tab. Either we can directly check up or check tab as it is a list, then space, and then first name is Martin. So Martin. Then let's begin. Let's check the tab and then name. It's a dictionary. So Martin Decock. So then another dictionary under this is job, that is a developer. Then the last dictionary in this is skills, but this one is a it's a dictionary, but as a value it consists of a list. So then I have to get down and then take a tab and then hyphen space. What are the skills of him? Python, then Perl, then okay, where, okay, what's this? Something got copied. Yeah, done. So then Perl. Then after that we have Pascal or anything you can take. So that's how we write for first record. Now we are gonna write our second record, that is hyphen space Tabitha. This is our second record. In this we have dictionaries again. Let me begin with the name as usual. It's Tabitha, Tabitha Bitumen. So then job developer again, but she works on different skills. Then skill set as usual. It is skill set as usual, but here it's a list of items as a value. So that's the reason I'll take an hyphen and then space and I'll write it an item, that is LISP. That's the first list. Sorry, LISP. That's the first list. First item in the list. Then she knows Fortran. That's the second item. Then then she knows Erlang. So this is how, and let me close this with dot dot dot. That's it. Began with hyphen and closed with dot dot dot, and then body consists of the list of list of dictionaries. That's how A complicated dictionary, a list of dictionary example can be represented in Yaml.